Welcome and good morning. It's the week of January 21st. Welcome to Mike Ferry TV. Last week, we covered the first 10 thoughts I had on the millionaire real estate agents, and we're going to cover number 11 through 20 today. But before we start, I want to share with you, last week was really a fun week. We had just a couple, probably 25 people under 2,000 attend our production retreat in Las Vegas, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I have to tell you, we were very, very lucky because I had in the room about, I think to be exact, 86 of the 94 millionaires in the room at the seminar we did. And I had about 30 of them up on the stage at different times sharing ideas and thoughts. If you were there, thank you for being there. It was an incredible experience. You can stream it live if you want. Go to my website, MikeFerry.com, and look for the streaming portion of what we did. But also, we had in the room over 500 people that are doing over 50 deals a year, which when you think about it is incredible. That one of the brokers walked up and said, boy, I'd like to have those 500 people in my office. I said, who wouldn't? Well, the reason I'm telling you this is that we're very lucky. We attract the best of the best of the best, not only to our coaching, but to our events. And if you want to become one of the best, which I think you do, which is why you watch Mike Ferry TV, you may want to participate in the future in one of our events. Look at the website. If something's close, try to be there. So we're going to cover points 11 through 20 today of the 30 points that I brought up to you last week. And again, I'm very lucky is that I spend a good portion of my time with the most successful agents in real estate. I question them, I listen to their answers, I study their behaviors and activities. I hang around them, absorbing what they do so I can share it with people like yourself. I hope that you understand that anything they can do, you can also do. And it's not anything they can do, you can do better, because I'm not involved in that. But anything they can do, you also can do yourself. So let's look at point 11, okay? First, I'm going to sneeze, so we're going to take a momentarily break. So let's take a look at point number 11. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. They work daily on keeping negativity out of their business and their personal lives. Or in essence, as I wrote down here, they control what goes on inside their heads. How do they control the negativity in the world we live in? Because there is so much negativity in the world we live in today. You know, one of the many advantages of the internet and the fast-paced exposure to things and people and ideas, one of the advantages is we get to hear and see things instantly at any time. I mean, you can find out the weather in Baghdad right now, or you can find out the weather in Sydney, Australia right now, and you can find out if there was a car accident in New York City if you're in LA right now. So that's good. Instant access to information. The bad side of that is not some of that information is always very positive. So what we have to learn to do is we have to learn to restrict the time we spend with negative people. We have to restrict the time we spend listening to the negative news, reading the negative news, etc., because as you know, most news is not very positive. What keeps these incredible salespeople that are making $1 million+ a year so inspired, so on track, so engaged is they limit dramatically. I coach 3 incredible fellows, John Ames, Josh Barker, and Bernie Gallerini. They all earn several $1 million a year, individuals, as agents, okay, just like you and I. And what's interesting is, first of all, we never discuss the news. We never discuss what's going on in the world. We don't discuss anything bad because there's nothing bad going on in their lives. But if you really question these 3 guys, they're like me. They don't know what goes on in the world because they're not reading the news. The positive thoughts they put in their head keep them productive and moving forward on a regular basis. Number 12, they're very competitive. The millionaires, men and women, are competitive people. Now, that doesn't mean they were a great football player on the high school football team or they're a scratch golfer in golf. They're competitive because they want to win. And what they want to do is they want to beat the business plan they have set. They want to go past, first achieve and go past the goals they set. I've shared with you in the past. I get asked all the time, how do you deal with your competition? And I go, what do you mean? How do I deal with them? Well, you're competing with a lot of other great speakers and coaches. Well, first of all, I want to say to you that it's nice to have other people out there doing the work I do, but what they do doesn't make any difference to me because I'm competing against the business plan we have for my company. I'm competing against the goals we've set. We set goals for how many people we wanted to have at the retreat. We came up short on our goal. Our goal was to have 2,000 bodies in the room. I think it was 1965 we had in the room. So we lost by about 35. I can live with that. We had a goal to engage so many people in that room in the contracts that we have available for coaching. We surpassed it by quite a bit. I'm excited about that. I'm competing against the goals I've set. The millionaires are not competing against the competition. They're competing against themselves and what they have planned. Do you have a plan? Do you have a goal for 2019? Are you competing against it? If you are, you're a competitive person and you're going to win more often. Number 13, they focus on the big picture and the long-term plans they have and the long-term results they want. Josh and Bernie and John, we talk about their 3-year plan, their 5-year plan, their 10-year plan. See, what do you really want from this business, say, a year from now? What do you want from this business 3 years from now? Do you want to be moving from 25 or 50 to 100 to 150 transactions a year? Do you want to move from 65,000 in gross revenue to 300,000 in revenue in the next 3 years? See, you got to focus on the big picture. And it's hard because many people around you don't think very big. Number 14, they're focused and they put their energy into their business goals. They're almost obsessive in what they do. As I've said before, their attitude is I can, their attitude is I will, their attitude is not I won't because I can't. They're obsessive by nature. They're focused, laser focused on their business plan. Their energy is put into accomplishing what they set out. I have people say to me, gosh, some of these top producers are rude. And I say, what do you mean? Well, I'm in their office and they don't talk to me. Well, are you going to buy a home from them? Are you going to list your home with them? They have a business to run. They have a plan. They're obsessed with obtaining the plan. Number 15, they accept failure as part of the business because it's part of the process. I'm so amazed that somebody will say to me, I was told no, and I was just almost overwhelmed. I can't believe that I contacted this person. They said no. Well, the millionaires accept the failure, the no, as part of the process. It's part of what goes on in life. Here's what I said to the audience last Monday. We have just under 2,000 people in the room. Half of those people are existing coaching clients. Half are people that attend seminars. And about 20% of that rest are people that are with us the first time. I started the seminar with the goal to get 100% of the people to buy into 100% of what I taught on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And let's face it, half the room is coaching clients. I'm still trying to sell them on what they can accomplish and do. Half the room, I was trying to sell them on taking anything that I did and said and using it to enhance their business and life. And if I got 10% of that 1,000 people to buy into what I was teaching, I thought it was a win. So I get rejected way more than I get accepted. My energy is in to achieve the goal, which is to get more people like you involved in what we do. The millionaires are obsessed with getting the goal. They're obsessed with putting their focus and energy into accomplishing the goals they set, which at times makes them not very friendly to people like you and I. Number 15, okay, and this is probably as difficult as anything, they exercise high levels of daily discipline. Key word, daily. Okay, they know that they have to be in the office at a certain time. They know there's certain activities they have to be involved in throughout the course of the day. And they're involved in those activities on a regular basis. Their discipline is one of their greatest advantages because it keeps them focused on their schedule, on their plan, on their ability to do a good job for their buyers and sellers. it makes them stay with the customer service levels they offer. Okay? Number 17, they don't accept a no when a yes is still available. See, they'll stop at a for sale by owner knowing they may not be home. They stop even though they may know they may be rejected because they also know that there is a possible yes in that for sale by owner. They play what I call the win, W-I-N, game. So watch this. I want you to build your confidence. I want you to become strong. I want you to become effective. So you take a scratch pad and you drive down the street and you see a for sale by owner sign and you stop your car. So you write the address and you put a check mark as a win because you stopped. You get out of the car and you walk up to the door. You put a check mark because you're actually going to the buy owner. You knock on the door. You put a check mark. It's a win. They answer the door and you use some of the script we offer. It's a win. You complete asking all the questions. It's a win. What if they invite you in to look at the property? It's another win. You set an appointment for later that day. It's a win. You can win 10, 12 times before you ever actually make a listing appointment. If you change the attitude, which is what the millionaires do, they have an attitude, there is always a win and or a yes available to them. Number 18, they delegate. Probably their greatest strength is they delegate non-productive activities to other people. Okay, so if we take the real estate business and we draw a little tiny dot in the middle of the paper that you can hardly see, that's you making a sale, taking a listing that sells. And off that dot, there might be 7, 8, 10 extensions. Those extensions are the mortgage, the title, the escrow, the home inspection, all the facets of what has to be done. Here's why the millionaires make money. They'll have an assistant. They have a relationship with a mortgage company, relationship with a title company. They have a home inspector to do the work. They offer a contractor if repair work has to be done. They have obviously a fire insurance company they recommend to their buyers and sellers. They delegate out all that work, which is not their job. Their job is to find a buyer, sell them a house. Their job is to find a listing, get it sold. Then we have all these wonderful affiliate services around us whose job is to take care of the transaction once the transaction's been made. Delegate means to give away. Delegate means to give up authority. Delegate means to give somebody responsibility. Delegate means do your job of creating revenue and let all the circle of great people take care of the transaction. Number 19, the millionaires are what I call skills perfectionists. Skills perfectionists. They've perfected their skills. Okay, what is the difference between an amateur and a pro? The perfection of skills. If you follow sports, football, baseball, basketball, golf, it's the difference between the pro and the amateur is the perfection of the skills. I want to have more confidence, Mike, in doing my job every day. If I perfect my skills, I'm going to have more confidence in doing my job every day. Perfect the skills, develop the confidence. So number 20, last thought of the day. They're great at presenting themselves and they're great at presenting their services. In essence, it's not just a listing presentation, it's a performance because it's all about the ability to present. What is the difference between an entertainer on Broadway or on the Las Vegas Strip who gets paid $500,000 per performance versus somebody singing in a local bar in your neighborhood with a jar hoping to get a few dollars thrown in? Their ability to perform. Your job, their job, is to perform at a higher level. You got to do whatever it takes to perfect your performance skills. Now you're going to say, well, it's not who I am. It is going to be who you have to become if you're going to succeed at the level you want. So there's number 11 through 20. Next week, we're going to cover number 21 through 30. And then we have a lot of great information we're going to share with you from the production retreat over the next 30, 60, 90 days. Well, it's the 21st of January. Months go by fast. Virtually in 9 days, 1/12 of the year is gone. How are you doing on the goals you've set? If you need some help, let us know. We're there to help. Thanks for today. Have a great week. Watch this message 5 times this week, and you're going to be more productive than you are today. Thanks for today.